Mercedes car for 2024 looks insane. So we're going to be going through that and 3 other stories in today's video. So make sure to like this video, and if you want more Mercedes news content like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel by hitting that red button down below. The first story is Toto Wolff reveals that Mercedes W15 feels like a car for the first time in 2 years. Mercedes doubled down on its failed 2022 concept in 2023, which left it unable to bridge the gap with the dominant Red Bull squad as it beat Ferrari to a distant second place in the constructors' standings. Under technical director James Allison, who returned to the position after taking over from Mike Elliott, the team is readying a vastly different 2024 car, dubbed the W15. Speaking to the Daily Telegraph, Wolff has shared positive preliminary reports from Mercedes simulator driver Anthony Davidson that the car feels much more together than its troubled predecessors, which proved unpredictable and hard to drive for Lewis Hamilton and George Russell. He was driving Melbourne in the sim, and he said, "The car feels like a car for the first time in 2 years," Wolff said. Obviously, I would love this to correlate to the track, but we've seen in the last 2 years that this was not always the case. Wolff has previously likened Mercedes' challenge of being able to catch and beat Red Bull during the current regulation cycle, which runs for 2 more seasons, to scaling Mount Everest and against the odds. But he says the team owes it to Hamilton and Russell, who both signed fresh contract extensions last summer until 2025, not to leave any stone unturned over the next 2 seasons ahead of 2026 rules revamp. "Always believe it's possible," he added. "You cannot start the season with an attitude of this is not going to be possible. We saw last year with McLaren what a huge step they made with a single upgrade. We've signed a 2-year deal with Lewis, and we owe it to him, to George, and to all the team to give it our full attention in 2024 and 2025. I think it's possible." Wolff explained that Mercedes is also taking steps in other areas, including pit stops, after seeing the likes of Red Bull and McLaren steal a march on the field with their lightning-fast procedures, saying the Brackley outfit's stops will be very different this year. "I think the regulations, how they were laid out a few years ago, we interpreted them in a very conservative way," he added, "and we've seen other teams doing it differently, so watch this space. I think it's going to be very different." In his discussion with Sky Sports, James Allison, Mercedes' technical director, delved into the team's recent Formula One challenges and the changes they've undergone. Allison emphasized that in F1, concept is often misunderstood. It's not about the car's physical design, but the methodology and process behind deciding what enhances the car's performance. He explains, "To the mind of a designer or a performance person in F1, concept is actually nothing to do with the car. It's about a process by which you decide what good looks like and what bad looks like. It's your methodology for sort of sieving out all the many things you might put on the car and finding only the ones that you really think are going to add lap time. It's method. The car itself is just the output of that method. So when you talk to us about concept, we're hearing, what? You think our wind tunnel weighing system wasn't right? And we've changed that. Or our way of meshing in CFD was wrong, and we've changed the concept of that. That's what concept means to us, and the car just pops out at the far side of that when we apply that process and that concept." According to Allison, the car is essentially the outcome of this methodology. The changes in Mercedes' approach over the last 2 years, driven by their experiences and challenges, have led to a different end product. He states, "So, of course, the last 2 years have required us to adjust our approach and our methodology, our concept, if you will. And as a result of that, the hardware that pops out the far side of that will necessarily be different hardware, because it's defined by different decisions and different weighings of what's important and what isn't. You get all excited by the end result, but actually, our fate is made by the approach." Allison also discussed the team's Zero side pods, a design that drew significant attention. He opens up on their importance, suggesting that the focus on them overshadowed the overall lack of competitiveness in the car's design. "I don't quite see the world the same way as you guys do, looking at a side pod and deciding that's a concept. We definitely took a path with our car, and I would say that's from the tip of the nose to the very back of the tail, which was not a competitive one. The most visually notable aspect of that was our side pods, but by no means the definitive factor. It was not right from front to back, and that's the thing we have had to learn and have had to deal with that's taken us longer than we would have liked. The second story is Lewis Hamilton has a strong message for Toto Wolff and Mercedes. Lewis Hamilton has praise for Toto Wolff as he adds on the journey they have had together so far and what future holds. Having more or less joined the Mercedes journey together ahead of the hybrid era, Hamilton and Wolff have seen the highs of world championships and the current low of them trying to get back to the top spot and beat Red Bull. This journey included the controversy surrounding the 2021 F1 season. They have seen everything together in this phase, and Hamilton has massive praise for Wolff, and he likes his competitive nature, which many has seen on TV as well. It hasn't been an easy period currently, but he knows Wolff has in him where they can together surge ahead. Toto is an amazing leader. I've known him for a long time, said Hamilton. We joined the team at the same time. It's been an interesting journey for both of us to both grow with the team, to see his vision grow and progress within the structure of the team. He hasn't lost an ounce of his competitiveness. He's massively competitive. You see it on TV when you sit down at his little desk in the garage and is trying to find a balance in life of work life and family life. I think he's done a really great job there. But he's just continuing to push everyone. He's a very, very approachable leader. People can relate to him, to his emotions, to his compassion and his drive. He's very understanding. And I think it's definitely not been easy for anybody in the team when you're not working towards something, but it's not quite going the way you want it. I think there's been a lot of lessons, and I've been really proud to see the progress that he's made, just as an individual and as a human being as well, summed up Hamilton. Toto Wolff is questioning all the people leaving at the FIA. The Mercedes team boss cannot imagine all those top people leaving just like that at the governing body. The FIA and Mercedes have been at odds since the FIA wanted to investigate the integrity of Toto Wolff and Susie Wolff. Toto recently revealed that Susie and he are still dissatisfied with the way the FIA handled the situation. Wolff himself is now critical of what is happening at the FIA. Indeed, in recent times, several leading figures at the FIA left. Tim Goss is the latest to leave, and at the same time a rumor came out that the leaders were leaving due to a hostile atmosphere within the FIA. This atmosphere was said to be mainly created by FIA President Mohammed Ben Sulayem. It's concerning to see so many good people leaving. As a leader, it's about the culture and environment you create for people to thrive. When people as competent as these leave an organization, there is a vacuum. That's clear. And you've got to ask yourself, why is it suddenly that so many people have decided to call it a day? Wolff told the Daily Telegraph. For Wolff, it is clear that the FIA lacks good leadership. As the leadership of these organizations, we need to set the tone for everybody else. We need not only to say that we're acting transparently and ethically, but actually to live to that standard every single day, concluded the Mercedes team principal. The third story is Mercedes adds exciting talent, Dorianne Pin, to junior program. Mercedes F1 has recruited 20-year-old Dorianne Pin for its junior program, with the French racer also representing the Brackley squad in this season's F1 Academy. Labeled an exciting talent and rising star by Mercedes, Dorianne will compete in F1's all-female junior series with the support of Iron Dames and Prema Racing. Pin has competed in various championships since 2020 with the Iron Dames project, a pioneering platform committed to promoting and supporting women in motorsport. Last year, the Parisian took part in 7 rounds of the FIA World Endurance Championship in the LMP2 category with Prema Racing. She also finished second in the 2023 Formula 4 Southeast Asia Championship with the Italian outfit. I am incredibly happy to join the Mercedes-AMG F1 Team Junior program and to represent the team in F1 Academy this year with Prema Racing, commented Dorianne. A new chapter begins, and I am proud to make this next step in such a prestigious team and with the Iron Dames project. I am grateful for their trust and honored to race for their colors. Moving into single-seaters was a clear objective for my career, and to be in this environment is a great approach. I am working very hard to reach the top level of this sport, and I cannot wait to go racing. Mercedes F1 co-owner Toto Wolff said, Dorianne is an exciting talent, and we're pleased to begin our participation in F1 Academy with her as our chosen driver. We have kept a close eye on her development in recent years as she has consistently impressed. The fantastic support of Deborah Mayer and the Iron Dames organization has enabled her to display her abilities to this point. She has taken full advantage of that opportunity with determination and skill. We now look forward to working in conjunction with Iron Dames, Prema Racing and F1 Academy to support Dorianne as she takes the next step in her career. Iron Dames project founder Deborah Mayer added, "It's extraordinary for a young woman of 20 to join the Mercedes-AMG Petronas F1 team, one of the most prestigious teams in Formula One. Since her entry into the Iron Dames project in 2021, Dorianne has been a demonstration of talent, determination, and exceptional maturity. Becoming a member of the Mercedes-AMG F1 Team Junior program is a promising step in her young career.